Kangaroo killings, Australian charged with driving car into 20 animals. The kangaroos were found dead in a town in New South Wales. Australian police have arrested a 19-year-old man for allegedly running down and killing 20 kangaroos with his car. The dead animals, which included joeys, were discovered on Sunday strewn across suburban streets in a town south of Sydney. Police said they suspected the attacks had been carried out during a 1-hour period in the previous night. The teenager was arrested late on Tuesday and charged with several animal cruelty and torture offences. Under New South Wales law, anyone convicted of animal cruelty faces up to 5 years in jail and a fine of $22,000 Australian dollars, £12,000, $15,000. News from BBC. All photos may not represent the story. Watch to learn English the way you've learned your mother tongue, as this video is especially made. Wildlife rescuers described the incident in Tura Beach, 540 kilometers (330 miles) south of Sydney, as a tragedy. They said some locals had woken to find dead animals on their lawns. "It was just pure, senseless slaughter," Janine Gibson told the Australian Broadcasting Corporation. 3 joeys were saved from their mothers' pouches and taken into care, said the Wildlife Information, Rescue and Education Service. The teenager is due to face a court in November. More than 57,000 animal cruelty complaints were investigated by the RSPCA in Australia in 2017-18, according to the charity's most recent statistics. The following taken from Wikipedia. Kangaroos have large, powerful hind legs, large feet adapted for leaping, a long muscular tail for balance, and a small head. Like most marsupials, female kangaroos have a pouch called a marsupium in which joeys complete postnatal development. The large kangaroos have adapted much better than the smaller macropods to land clearing for pastoral agriculture and habitat changes brought to the Australian landscape by humans. Many of the smaller species are rare and endangered, while kangaroos are relatively plentiful. The kangaroo is a symbol of Australia and appears on the Australian coat of arms and on some of its currency, and is used by some of Australia's well-known organisations, including Qantas and the Royal Australian Air Force. The kangaroo is important to both Australian culture and the national image, and consequently there are numerous popular culture references. Wild kangaroos are shot for meat, leather hides, and to protect grazing land. Although controversial, kangaroo meat has perceived health benefits for human consumption compared with traditional meats due to the low level of fat on kangaroos. Kangaroos have single-chambered stomachs, quite unlike those of cattle and sheep, which have 4 compartments. They sometimes regurgitate the vegetation they have eaten, chew it as cud, and then swallow it again for final digestion. However, this is a different, more strenuous, activity than it is in ruminants, and does not take place as frequently. Different species of kangaroos have different diets, although all are strict herbivores. The eastern grey kangaroo is predominantly a grazer, and eats a wide variety of grasses, whereas some other species such as the red kangaroo include significant amounts of shrubs in their diets. Smaller species of kangaroos also consume hypogeal fungi. Many species are nocturnal and crepuscular, usually spending the hot days resting in shade, and the cool evenings, nights and mornings moving about and feeding. Because of its grazing habits, the kangaroo has developed specialized teeth that are rare amongst mammals. Its incisors are able to crop grass close to the ground, and its molars chop and grind the grass. Since the 2 sides of the lower jaw are not joined or fused together, the lower incisors are farther apart, giving the kangaroo a wider bite. The silica in grass is abrasive, so kangaroo molars are ground down and they actually move forward in the mouth before they eventually fall out, and are replaced by new teeth that grow in the back. This process is known as polyphyodonty and, amongst other mammals, only occurs in elephants and manatees. Historically, the kangaroo has been a source of food for indigenous Australians. Kangaroo meat is high in protein and low in fat, about 2%. Kangaroo meat has a high concentration of conjugated linoleic acid (CLA) compared with other foods, and is a rich source of vitamins and minerals. Low-fat diets rich in CLA have been studied for their potential in reducing obesity and atherosclerosis. Most kangaroo meat is currently sourced from wild animals as a byproduct of population control programs. Kangaroos are hunted by licensed shooters in accordance with a strict code of practice and are protected by state and federal legislation. Kangaroo meat is exported to many countries around the world. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.